Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to another map tour here on the channel, the second of the day. We've had both Gorala and Spectacle Island go live at the same time, and now it's time to have a look at Spectacle Island. This is a map by Alien Jim, and he does do a shout out to a few other YouTubers in this with some of the labelling on his farm. Not me, unfortunately, but we can't have it all, can we? So, what do you need to know about this? Well, this map is set up for seasons, I believe. It's also definitely set up for sugarcane. Has gold nuggets, 411 megabytes in size. A couple of different farms, all the animals are here. There's BGA, 9 mission fields, 12 owned fields, 2 forestry islands, and as I say, gold nuggets as well. But there are some interesting features about this. So let's take a closer look. First things first, you'll notice we spawn here at the side of this clapped out old caravan. And we have a whole cluster of nuggets just there. I'm not going to collect those just yet, we're going to come back for those a little bit later. And we have a good selection of equipment as well, but this farm is in a state of disrepair. It needs to be kind of cleaned and tidied. We've got a lot of rubbish and rubble piles dotted all over the place, and the way for us to clear those is to remove some trees. Now, around the yard itself, I'm led to believe that these sort of thin fir trees here, by cutting and removing these, we will actually be able to clear up the yard itself. And when it comes to working the fields, we have a very similar problem. So let's just take a quick look and see what we have. You can see we've got a Brantner trailer just here. We've got a Case 1455 with white tyres by the look of it, and some Stoll front loader tools just over here. Now, is this a water point? I think this might be a water point. We've got a nugget lurking just behind there as well, you can see. We do have a small, is this a Coon plough? Oh, this is the small Salford plough. We also have a small horse cultivator just through here, and we do have a very big, powerful tractor to get us started as well. We have the JCB Fast Track. This is the 8310, a very big, very expensive tractor to get us started with. So quite a nice bit of equipment there. We have a little bit more around here as well. So around here we have a Liebherr wheel loader, complete with a selection of tools. So we have a bucket and a log claw just there. We also have this New Holland disc bine. Not a big fan of that mower. I don't like using it at all, but it's the mower that we've been given. We also have this stump grinder just here. Obviously we have a lot of logging work that needs to get done to clear this farm up. Over here we have the second Case 1455. This one again also fitted with wide tyres by the look of it. We have the small Kverneland Accord seeder. We also have the Accord Optima from Kverneland. This is our root crop and row crop and seeder. And then as we make our way up here, all of our animals are located here as well. So everything's kind of right here at the farmyard. It's very different to Gorala, where Gorala is spaced out and the animals are at each of the 3 different farms. Here we have water, and well, that's water, that's food, and which is this for? I think this is for the sheep. Yeah, this is the sheep pen just here. On the opposite side, this is our pigs. So again, we have our water trough just there and our food trough just there. As we make our way around, again, you can see all these kind of bushes and these bits of rubble. These are all designed to be removed as you clean up and remove those small trees dotted around the farm. We also have, I think, is this an interaction box? Yes, there we go. This here then, this must be our straw point just here to tip in for our pigs. Another big pile of rubble just over there. And then this is our cows. So everything's right here in one place. We have a long food trough just here for food and straw for TMR. Just here we have our manure pit, and then we have a slurry pit just here as well. And then this is our grass trough. So the only thing I'm not entirely sure of is the water trough. Where is the water trough? Over here, by the way, this is the slurry and manure point for our pigs. Just there. We do need to find the wool point for the sheep as well. I'm guessing the water point for the cows is going to be on the opposite side of the field. We'll check that out. We have a Bga bunker so that we can actually make silage here on the farm. This here, this is our wool point. So this would be where our wool will spawn. A lot of mess that needs to be cleared away, as you can see. Do have some little sheds dotted around. Now this map is supposedly seasons ready, so in theory you could store bales and so on and so forth inside these, and you would actually be fine. You wouldn't lose anything. Let's continue walking around here. You can see we've got placeables here for our seed and fertilizer on the side just here. It is actually a really nicely laid out little farmyard. Everything's really easily at hand, and I like the design style with the stone walls and the path. It does look really kind of nice. Fuel dump just there, and this is the cow interaction box, I think. Yes, there we go. There's our dialogue box for cows, and we do have some bales. Can we? Yes, it looks as though these are actual genuine bales as well, which is kind of cool. Is this the straw point? Yeah, I guess this is the straw point for the cows. Unusual that it's not here actually in the food interaction box. Normally, wherever we tip the food for the cows, the straw goes in there as well. But it looks as though we actually have a separated one just here on this farm. And there's our water trough, just there. And if we make our way over here, we've got this little bridge which goes over to a nice large concreted area for placeables as well. So we've got an expandable area for our store. Here we can put in some big buildings if we wanted to, some hangars for vehicles. We could put silos in here if we wanted to really expand our storage for grains and products. Another nugget lurking just there on the rocks. So nuggets are dotted around, as you can see, and there you can see, look, construction area, placeables, etc. We are missing one of our 1455s. There are 3. Where is the third one? Maybe it's down this way. Let's have a little wander down here. This is our chickens. So you can see our little chicken coop here. If we hop over here, it's a very kind of old country rustic kind of feel with these stone walls. These are really nice stone walls actually. Really, really nice. I love those. Now we've got a pickup truck just there, back with those nuggets. Got a workshop just here as well, which is a really nice workshop actually. I mean, look at the design of this. Got our workbench along here with a load of tools. Nice little bay here. It's a really nice design, this. I like that. That's really nice. That was number 1. Where's the third one? Let's check. We do actually have 3. Yeah, we do have a third one, look. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have the JCB Fast Track. We have the front loader tools. You've seen our wheel loader with the tools. We do have a truck. Maybe it's down by the truck. And we do have a combine. That's out on the field. And it's a huge combine. It's the biggest combine that Case do. And we've got a 35 header to go with it, along with trailer. A couple more of these. You've seen these tools just here. We also have a Scorpion King and a Timber Runner. We get a lot of stuff. And some greenhouses and a couple of bee houses as well. The reason why we have those is we need them to kind of clear all the wood away on the farm. I'm going to jump in this one here. And let's see if we can find the third one. There is some stuff down here. So let's make our way down and see if the other tractor's down here. There's our truck with the Timber Runner. You can see we have sort of a sell point for our wood just down here. The other tractor is not here though. So where is the other tractor? There, just over there, the other side of the water, peeking behind the trees. You can just see there is our combine. So that is there, sort of on the side of field 1. So maybe that's where our other tractor is as well, over there with our second grain trailer, our second little trailer from there. What's over here? Anything over here? A little bit of storage. Oh, we have a bit of a ropey footbridge here as well. Let's have a look over here. Where are we now? Oh, we're going down onto this bit over here. So we've got a big sort of open grass field here, field G1. Look at the size of this. Is this actually a worked field? I think it is, yeah. That's a workable field. So we can actually fertilise this grass by the look of it. You can see we've got the dirt texture underneath the grass, which is a good indicator of that. Normally, if it's native grass, we have this green underneath texture. So you can see the difference between a workable grass field and a native grass field. Look at the size of that field. That's huge. You could definitely do a lot of mowing and stuff on there. Right. I'm going to jump into fast track. Fast track is going to be a quicker way to tour this map. So let's make our way out. We can find our way out. I'm guessing this is our way out just here. Yeah, there we go. So let's take a look at the map itself in a bit more detail. So you can see we've got this kind of expanse of fields over here that we own, but all of these fields need work done before we can actually start using them. These ones over here, you can see these are crop fields. We don't own these. Now, we own this little field here on the edge here, field 1, but all of these fields, these are all in a bad state of disrepair. So as you can see, these fields are all completely overgrown and trees all over the place. So we have to come in here and we have to deforest each of these fields before we can then get in here with a plough and create those fields. Just looking to see, yeah, there is a discernible line look there, so you can see where the field itself actually is. So you could just plough and cultivate what's already here, but there's nothing to stop you from actually expanding, cutting down everything in this area and making a very large field here where field 11, you know, kind of resides. There's nothing to stop you from sort of coming out this way and really making it a much bigger, wider field, and even extend it along the ends as well. But a lot of forestry work needs to be done to clear this field down, and I'm curious as to whether this is a rock that's going to disappear once you clean the field, or whether that's going to stay there. So you might have a few little objects that you can't get rid of in the middle of your fields. That'll be interesting to see. And then same on the other side of the road here, field 14, again, completely overgrown. It's the same with all of the fields on this particular island. They're all overgrown, they all need to be cut and worked. So we're heading up the hill here to Vicky's, this particular sell point. Our burnt out building just there. There's our two bee houses. And there's our greenhouses. As we make our way through there and around to the sell point, we have a slurry point for selling slurry. This is quite nice actually. It's sunk into the ground. It's only a couple of sort of ribs high as opposed to the normal ones, which are absolutely massive. That's something quite nice to see. A little bit of something different. Not the usual kind of fare that we get with sell points. It does seem to be taken directly from the Bga, but yeah, but its own little uniqueness, I think. And then we have a nice good manure sell point just here as well. So this is Vicky's sell point, a sell point for slurry and manure. Let's continue on with the tour. See if we can make our way back to the main road. Again, you've got field access just over there to field 15. Again, as you can see, all of these fields completely in disrepair. Need a lot of work done to them before you can actually start doing any crop work. So for those of you that have thought about possibly taking one of the forestry maps that we have and trying to convert it into a farm once you've deforested an area. Some of those might not be easily doable, but this gives you the opportunity to do that very, very quickly and easily. You actually have a complete... we've missed a sell point at Beacon Hill. This gives you, an area where you have to go in and deforest and clear the land before you can actually start working it and turning it into proper farmland. I kind of like that idea. It's a nice concept. It's something I've, often thought about trying on a logging map in the past, but never really got around to. Maybe I'll give it a go on this. You never know. What do we have up here? Well, we have a raised sell point up here. Nice little tip grate just there. Which sell point is this? This is Beacon Hill. And then what else do we have? We have the Spinney over there. We've got Specter Hectare down here. And you can see these lines here. These are actually routes that we can use to safely cross over the water where it's not too deep. It's shallow enough on those parts for us to actually get over. So we'll take a quick tour over to that northern island. Head through the water once we've taken a look at Specter Hectare, which is just over here, just north. And there you can see we've got LPS grains and Eastern grains signposted as well. And this here, I believe, is Specter Hectare. Yes, it is. So again, just nice simple drive over the grate to deliver. Anything hiding around the back? It almost looks like that's a grain recovery point. But I don't think it is. Let's make our way along this path here. This is going to take us over to nothing at all, actually. Let's see what is it. Let's see what's over here. We do have something over here. What do we have? There's a route over to Eastern Grains this way. Ah, I can see. You can see just on the corner of the blue map there is actually a shallow point there. I wonder what's up the top there as well. I'll leave that for you guys to have a little explore. We're going to cross the water just over here. So, to make sure that you don't wander off course and drown your equipment, you can see we have these kind of marker posts that indicate where is safe for us to cross. And obviously you can see the little ridged mound there going up either side. If we go too far off that, we will end up drowning our equipment. So you need to kind of be a bit alert as you drive through those. Onto this little island here. I think this is going to be Eastern Grains. It is. So again, we have a nice little sell point just here. Just drive over and dump our crops. There's another nugget lurking just there on that shelf, and one on the windowsill just there as well. So there's at least 2 nuggets on this island. Maybe another 1 or 2 hiding in the foliage. You never know. And let's continue our way across here. Now we're onto the northern island, and we have grass fields on here, supposedly, that we can work. We've got a lot of trees on here as well, so there is an awful lot of logging to do on this map, not just at the farm that we own, but also on this island as well. You know, we can see we've got these grass fields, but they are completely covered with trees, so you're going to have to get in there and deforest all of this area if you want to do something with this as well. But we do own the land, so there's nothing to stop us from coming up here and creating some fields, or just leaving them as grass fields. We do have a sell point over here actually as well. Kind of missed that one. Let's head over there. Make our way around the rocks, down this little slope, and this is LPS grains. Down here. And it looks like we have a nugget lurking on the steps just there. Yes, we do. Another sell point grate. Just back up our trailers onto there to tip in. Right. Looks like we have something down here. Is this a sell point down here as well? No, this is just kind of a key side. Now, I do know that the PC version of this can use a ferry mod, which is available only on PC. So you can actually get a ferry to cross the river. We don't have that on console, so this is why we have these little marked areas that we can cross here, as you can see, so that we can actually safely get across to each island. And now, where do we go from here? Do we just follow the coastline along? I guess we do. Yeah, and then we can come back up just here. So we're back onto this island again. There was a bridge actually over there. We probably could have taken a look at it that way. Instead, we'll make our way along the bottom. We'll get onto the area where the spinnery is, and we'll go take a look at that bottom island. So I need to come down this way. And then we'll work our way along the bottom and then back across again. So you can see everything's kind of signposted for us. This is Spectacle Farm. And our crossing point is over this way by the look of it. There's the crossing point down there. So how do we get down there? That is the question. Maybe we need to go this way. I know we had a quick look at that footpath, and that's where we parked at the 1455. Maybe it continues around. No, it doesn't. See, there's the crossing point just there. We need to find our way onto that. So I'm guessing it's going to be around the other side of the farm. Let's see what we can see around this way. Is there an access point around the back here? This is our silos, by the way. Actually, I forgot to point this out last time. Here's our downpipe just here. Again, you can see it's all completely overgrown. This is the point where we tip our grains in. Again, this rubble should clear away, but we can actually, potentially just nudge these out of the way. It says object too heavy to lift, but there's no reason why we couldn't, get in there and move them by hand. Sorry, move them with a piece of equipment. So there is an access road, as you can see. It runs along the bottom. We'll have to go around. I've heard rumours of something called the Path of Death. I think that must be it. So how do we gain access to the Path of Death? I see. I see where the access is. It's a bit of a long, twisty, windy road to get around there. So we kind of have to whiz our way back around here and back off this exit. And whereas before we went straight on, we need to kind of go this way now. Oh, burnt out bus just there. So this should be this mysterious Path of Death. And it is a bit tricky along here, that's for certain, in places. Got a tree branch in the way. Can we climb over that in this? We should be able to. Oh, well, this is... look at that. That's a bit tricky. Some really quite nasty rocks in the road there as well. Take that a little bit too fast, it's going to pitch you off. And then we've got another one of these little sort of ramshackle bridges and ramps made for us. And there we go, we are at the bottom. That wasn't so scary, really. Yeah, there we go, Path of Death. Right. Where are we? We want to go this way. Check out the Bga Bunker. We've got a sell point just up here as well. This is our spinnery just up here. We'll swing through here. That's not a bad little sell point actually. You can see you've got lots and lots of decorative pallets of wool there to kind of give you a little bit of a flavour. Couple of parked up cars. Not a bad little sell point that. Let's head down now towards the BGA. You just see it looming there in the background. And here is the BGA. So we have one of these large tanks here for our digestate. We have our shredder. Ah, now can we tip? Can we tip into the ground? It looks as though we might have the option of either putting it through the shredder or tipping into the grate. That'd be interesting. And one singular big bunker just here. So, nice little custom BGA there. And then over here, what is this? A little construction site over here. See, we've got some static models that we can't actually get into. A nugget lurking in one of those buildings just there. Another one in that one there as well. Even got some construction workers on the ground here as well. That's kind of clever. That's style of a little built-up area. Look, people just walking in the middle of the street, going to get themselves run over. An old bridge there that's just completely collapsed. I like these road services though. This is nice. Very posh looking little new housing estate. We have some sell points over here as well, down by the docks. So we have a fuel point just here. This looks to be where our shop is as well. So we've got a sell point for eggs just there at the coffee shop. We just have an open dock down here. Doesn't look to be anything down here. We'll spin around and head back to the other side of the quay, over towards the shop. We have a vehicle customization centre just here, so we can drive in and convert vehicles just there. Spectacle Island vehicle imports. Ah, so it looks as though we have to import the vehicles and they come in by ship. That's kind of interesting. Let's see what's on the other side of here. Anything at all? Oh, just another access ramp for the for everything up here. So I'm guessing if we let's just lease something, lease one of these trucks. Let's see if does this appear on the ship. Or does it appear on the main yard? I'm not seeing anything up here. Oh, look, there it is. There's our imported truck, look. That's kind of cool. So, yeah, everything's brought in by ship, and then it's up to us to bring it down onto the ship. I wonder where the vehicle reset point is. Let's try resetting this. And see where that's ended up. The reset point's just down here on the ground. Okay, so not a huge distance to travel. Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then that's pretty much everything, I think. Let's just take a quick look at some of these other places so we don't have to drive all the way over there. We've got the sawmill over here. So that looks to be our wood chip sell point just there. Where's our log sell point? I'm guessing that's going to be down here. I mean, we do have a log sell point, as you saw, back at the main farm, but there's got to be one over here as well, I would imagine. I'm guessing it's somewhere over here, perhaps? I don't know. There's nothing marked. There's no marked points on here, so maybe we can't sell logs over here. Maybe we can only sell wood chips. There's a nugget lurking in there, look. Yeah, I guess there isn't a sell point for logs over here, unless it's just not marked. Maybe there's a mill pond up here, I don't know. Let's take a look at our straw sell point over here. So again, it's kind of on the side of a quay. There's that bridge that goes over the top there that connects those islands that we didn't drive over last time. And gold nugget lurking there. This will be the ferry docking point if you're using the ferry mod, by the look of it. And just a little shed with some bales in. That's a pretty standard sell point just there. We've got a little bit of storage there as well. And the last thing to check out is our combine just over here on the side of the field that we own that actually has a little bit of crop on it. So that's pretty much it. You know, there's a few different bits and bobs dotted around, and obviously we've got a bridge there just in front of us that will connect onto this grass island over here, which then takes us back to our farm over here. It's not a bad little map. I mean, I don't think it's something I'll be doing a let's play on. I think it's something that would take an awful long time to clear away to actually become a working farm. And by that point, I just don't know if I'd have the patience for it. I don't like doing logging in large quantities. But I think you know, this would be an interesting map to have a little bit of fun with here and there, I think. Not a bad little map. So, a decent effort there from Alien Jim. And sell prices, let's just take a quick look at those. They do look a little high. In fact, these sell prices look very, very high. I'm just looking here. This is on medium. And look at that, 2,500 for sunflowers. These prices are definitely tweaked on some of these crops. Sunflowers should not be that high. They are, that's ridiculously high. So, same with the spinnery. Look at the spinnery price there for the wool. That's very, very high as well. What's the Bga price for silage looking like? 721. It's a little high, but not too bad. Yeah, so interesting there. Let's check out the storage. 400,000 litres in the silo. So, yeah, not a bad little map. There's one last thing we need to do. We always save to the end of the video, and that's the nuggets. So let's transport ourselves back over to the nuggets, which will be somewhere over here. There we go, and let's see where the nuggets pop up on the map. So that's 10 right there. And there we go, you can see the nuggets dotted all over the place. Some of them are in the water, but they do appear to be in places where we can actually drive. So not, you know, in anywhere that's too difficult to obtain. There's a couple that look to be on the ship as well, so you might have to climb around on the ship, especially sort of down here. See, this is where we had our we've got the cargo ship here. It doesn't show up on the map, but this is the ship. So you've got 1, 2, 3 nuggets on the ship itself by the look of it. And there you go. There is your gold nuggets. Right, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob. I'll be back with some more videos very soon.